Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, J City Reviews. Thanks for stopping by today. Before we get into the review for today's video, I want to make mention of the exciting giveaway that we still have going on, and that is for this watch right here, the Citizen ProMaster Tough in black. If you want to be entered in to win this watch, you have to go back to the last video, my giveaway video, where I give you all the details, and they're really simple, of how you can enter for your chance to win this brand new Citizen ProMaster Tough in black. So go back to that video if you haven't done that already, so you can be entered to win this watch. That is open until February 12th, 2020, so there's still time. I hope that you'll take advantage of that. But today's video is about the Victorinox INOX. I've done an unboxing and first impressions video of this watch, and I've had it for some time now and ready to do a review, so that's what we're going to do today. And I'm happy to announce as well that if we can reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of that ProMaster Tough giveaway, then I'll give away this watch as well. So I hope we can reach that goal. I know it's kind of a lofty goal to reach 1,000 subscribers like that. But if we do, by February 12th, 2020, I'll also give away this watch as a second place prize. So we'll do two drawings, one for that ProMaster Tough, and then one for this Victorinox INOX. But without further ado, let's look at this watch in a little more detail and review it here today. Well, here it is, the Victorinox INOX, and the reference number is 241723.1, and again, this is the Quartz version. They do make a number of varieties of the INOX, even with different metals. I believe they have titanium and even some sort of carbon model. I'm not sure if it's made out of carbon fiber. I haven't really looked that up, but a lot of different styles. They have some with various straps, and they have a paracord strap, but this model that we have here is quartz and stainless steel, and it's really a nice looking watch in my opinion right off the bat, and just a well made, rugged watch for sure. I don't feel like when I put this in my hand or when I've worn it that it's in any way cheap. Not at all. And you can look up on their website, and it talks about all the different tests that they put these INOX watches through, and they're supposed to be some of the toughest watches out there. I'm wearing gloves today because I feel like this watch it gets fingerprints on it quite easily. There are some polished parts around the bezel here. Other than that, it's pretty much a brushed stainless steel. I guess some of the links there as well have some polished portions on them. But I just want to keep my fingerprints off the watch while we look at it today. I'm going to throw up some specs on the left here as we talk about it. It has the Ronda caliber 715 Swiss quartz movement inside here. It is a sapphire crystal, 43 millimeter case diameter, and the thickness of the case is about 13.5 millimeters. That's what I measured, and you can see the various other information that is there. They say online, at least what I saw, that the lug width is 22 millimeters, but as you can see in this video here, I measured it to be closer to 21, so keep that in mind. And I kind of found that out when I was trying to put some NATO straps on this watch, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but it's more like 21 millimeters lug width. And 200 meters water resistance. There's a screw down crown here. We'll talk more about the crown later. And then the weight, as you can see from when I weighed it with the links out where it fit my wrist, and that was about 6.16 ounces. And then I put the remaining links on to get the full weight, and that was about 7.07 ounces, as you can see in the video. So not a light watch, but I think some of that heftiness gives it the durability, and so you can't really have a super light watch that is going to be as durable as they claim this watch is. As far as features go, there's just the time and date, hour, minute, and second hand, as you can see, and then they have a date window there before, in between the 4 and 5 o'clock positions, those indices. And to me, I'm kind of moving into the design. To me, I don't mind that location. Some people don't think it's the best. Some people think it's weird, but I don't think it looks too bad there. Well, let's move on to the design and durability of this watch. Overall, just from the outset, I think the design is nice. It definitely feels, as I've already mentioned, like a rugged and a solid watch. It's hefty. To me, for one who has smaller wrists, I think it's a little bit chunky for me. It's a little bit thick and large feeling for me. But for others, this might be just perfect. You might like a little bit of that chunkiness that this watch provides. But it's a really nice looking watch, and I think if you bought it, you would be pleased with it for sure. And the design is just nice. The case has nice brushed stainless steel, and it's well made and solid. The nice curves here for the crown guards. It kind of curves down there. I think that looks kind of nice. And it has a screw down case back, as you can see. And I think the bezel, though, is what makes this watch unique in its design. It kind of has a hexagon shape to it, and it has this scalloping around the bezel, and they polish some of those portions, as you can see there. But I think that bezel kind of gives this watch its unique look that other watches don't have. The bezel is stationary, it doesn't move at all. The crown is large. I don't think it's too oversized for the case. I think it fits perfectly with the case size, and they have their logo there stamped on, and just a nice crown. If you were to look at it from the top like this, you would think it would be hard to get a good purchase on it, because there's not enough space in between the crown guards. But there is more space on the back side. It's more open, and so that allows you to get a good grip on the crown to loosen it and pull it out and be able to adjust the watch as necessary. So there's no worries there, even though from the top it looks like it might be hard to grip. The dial, what struck me about the dial when I first saw it is it just has like a nice depth to it. It seems like it's deep down in there, and it's almost like there's 3 tiers to the chapter ring that is in there, and it's got some 24-hour markers on that chapter ring inside. You can see the red numbers, 23, 22, 21. These 24-hour markers are there, and different second markings as well on this Quartz watch. But the dial is nice. It's simple. It definitely is very similar to the Citizen ProMaster Tough, which we'll do a comparison video of that here coming soon. But it's nice and simple. Very few words, just the brand, Victorinox, Swiss Army, and then the water resistance. You do have Swiss made down below here, and just a really clean, simple dial. I like the Victorinox logo at the 12 o'clock position, and the baton shaped indices are a little bit tapered. They're larger at one end, and then they taper down slightly as they go towards the center of the dial. And the hour and minute hand are a little bit thin, in my opinion, in their shape and size. I think they could be a little bit larger and work well as with the watch, but they're nice, and there's lume on all of the indices and on the hour hand and the minute hand. No lume on the second hand, as you can see, but here's a lume shot so you can get an idea of what that looks like. But there is nice lume here on this Victorinox INOX. I like the touch of the red for the seconds hand, and you know, there's a little more red with those 24-hour numbers as well on the chapter ring. I think that's a nice touch, adds a little bit of flair to this otherwise plain watch. And the date window, we mentioned it, you know, in the features, that there is the date, and I think this date window is clear. It's definitely clear. I feel that it's larger than the Citizen ProMaster Tough that I reviewed earlier and a few videos ago, and I think it's more readable and legible, so that works really well. Just flipping over my notes here as we close down this video, talk about the bracelet. It's a nice bracelet for sure. As I said, it's more like starts out at 21, and then as you get down to the clasp here, it comes down to about 20 millimeters as what I measured. It's comfortable, definitely feels well made. It's very flexible, I guess, if you can say that with a bracelet. You know, it kind of flops around. It's not sticking at any points or anything like that. There's multiple points of adjustment with these small links that are able to be removed. So there's about 4 of them here that you can take out on that side and 4 on this side. So when you see the wrist shots that I'm going to put in here, for my 6.5-inch wrists, I had to pretty much take out all 4 of them on each side. So if you have smaller wrists than 6.5, which is my wrist size, it's going to be hard for you to wear this watch to get it any smaller, because I took out all 8 of these little tiny links. But if you did purchase the watch and had that problem, it does look great on NATO straps. You can see some of my video here. Just like the Citizen ProMaster Tough, it does well with NATO straps. It looks good in the black and the OD green one, and so that is an option if you end up not liking the bracelet, or it just doesn't fit your wrist because it's too small, or whatever the case may be. There is one thing I don't like about this bracelet, and it is the clasp. It's unique. You kind of just pop this open like that, and let me see if I can do this here, and just slide it in and then pop it back down, and that's the clasp. It looks great. I love how it flows with the rest of the links. The problem is that it's not very functional. It's hard to get on when you're trying to put this on your wrist. In my opinion, it's hard. Maybe it takes some practice. Maybe you have to take a special class. I don't know. But I just don't enjoy this clasp. It's kind of odd in a way, in my opinion. So that's one thing I don't like about it. The price, when I bought this watch, I bought it on eBay. It's brand new, and I will be giving this watch away if we reach 1,000 subscribers, as I already mentioned. But it's not a perfect watch. There's already some minor blemishes and scratches here on this polished part, unfortunately. And so you might see some scratches and dings, but it is brand new. I haven't worn this outside of the house or anything. I've just worn it for review purposes. So hopefully we'll reach those 1,000 subscribers and be able to give it away. I bought it for about $250 off of eBay. If you're interested in buying one for yourself, the MSRP is $625, but you can find them for around $300 in various places. So it's an all-around good watch, in my opinion. I think it's a great looking watch, but would I buy it and keep it for myself? I don't think I would. I'd rather purchase some other things. But perhaps this is something that you like, and so I hope that you got some helpful things from this review. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and make sure you get over to my giveaway video while it's still open, so you can have a chance to win the Citizen ProMaster Tough in Black, and then also possibly win this watch if we can reach 1,000 subscribers within the time frame. Thanks for tuning in to J City Reviews. I'm just going to get back in front of the camera and leave you with a few things. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review today of the Victorinox INOX. It's really a nice watch, and I hope that you'll stay tuned because I plan to compare this watch with the Citizen ProMaster Tough, the all stainless steel version. So I'm really looking forward to doing this comparison. They're very similar looking watches on the surface, so stay tuned for that video coming out soon. And then also don't forget, if we can hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the Black ProMaster Tough giveaway, then I'll also be giving away this watch. So go back to that giveaway video and enter, and we'll see if we reach that goal. But thanks for tuning in today to J City Reviews. We'll see you in the next video.